So, as usual, I've put mantras in the chat, and the mantra for blessing the mala and to increase the power of recitation, you can be doing those whenever you're waiting for the session to start. So we're starting a new mantra. We just did it for the first time last week. And this is the mantra to increase virtue. And as we sort of get familiarity with these mantras, then we can say them very easily, very quickly, and we are training our mind. These mantras are mind protection. So they're just an added boost to your practice. So they multiply we call it merit, but it's this positive spiritual energy when we're thinking really positive thoughts. So it just keeps increasing those. And so we'll say this mantra to increase virtue 7 times. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. So already we're off to a good start. And we will begin to settle into our meditation posture. And I'm sure you'll notice in the background, there might be noises from Kathmandu's slightly chaotic streets, the beeps of horns and ravens and all kinds of noise. But just like in our regular meditation practice, it's rare that we would have the conditions where there's no noise whatsoever. We'd have to put on noise canceling headphones for that. And so part of the practice of meditation is getting used to the fact that there are distractions, because they are sometimes outer distractions, but often it's inner distractions. It's our own thoughts and inability to pay attention to what we're doing that is the real distraction. And so as we begin our mindfulness part of the meditation, we'll be using the sound as a way to actually enhance our mindfulness practice. And then you get used to the fact that those distractions will come and you just have to let them go. And so check your meditation posture, that your back is nice and straight. You need to be very comfortable, but the back being straight keeps these breathing channels open, the wind's able to move freely. So it's a really important part of your meditation posture. You just don't want it to be very stiff. And so if you need to adjust your cushion or your chair, keep working on your meditation posture setup until you can have a nice straight back, but also that's relaxed. And take 3 nice deep breaths just to further relax into the posture. Just letting go of everything, any tension, any worries about past or future. Just let it all go. And when you finish your 3 breaths, just let your breathing return to normal. And to help us center in the current moment, we're going to do mindfulness of sound. And so it helps to have your eyes closed or mostly closed. And just be completely aware of whatever sounds are happening. Avoid labeling them. The purpose is not to identify the sounds. It's just being really open awareness of whatever sound waves are coming. Being very aware of them. Just completely allowing whatever sounds there are to come. And when we're in this very spacious, aware mind, and we're not doing labeling and telling stories, then the sounds just can pass. They don't become a major distraction from our meditation. We let go of all those labels. They're very impermanent. They just come and go. And now we can turn our attention further inward as we develop our motivation for the practice. So in our ordinary, everyday way of thinking, when we're facing hardship, problems with our circumstances, problems with other people, our tendency is usually to blame. You know, it's the fault of the other person. There's a problem. It's the fault of our circumstances. We're experiencing hardship. Maybe it's CEOs or people who pollute or another political party. We're always looking for someone to blame. Sometimes if we're very self-critical, we're even blaming ourselves. That we made choices that put us in this situation. And this is because of a lack of understanding of karma. Where whatever we're experiencing now, be it pleasant or unpleasant, is actually coming from past negative or positive actions, from past lifetimes even. It's a completely different view than our ordinary view. And so if we want to purify, we have to be very mindful of this karmic cause and effect. That the suffering we're experiencing now is because of past negative actions, not because of immediate exterior things. And so if we don't want future suffering for ourselves or others, then we must do this purification practice. We must eliminate those seeds that we planted from past negative actions of body, speech, and mind. And this will not only prevent our suffering, but it prevents us from harming others, causing them suffering, and creating more causes for them to do negative actions. Because when others harm us, it's because we harmed them. It was actually our mistake. Lama Zopa Rinpoche says this. It sounds very shocking. When someone harms me, it's because I harmed them in the past. So it's my mistake. If I hadn't harmed them, they wouldn't be harming me now. So we need to purify these past actions, purify these habits. And this is one way we can be a benefit to all sentient beings. So for their sake, we must do this. And so begin by thinking about your day today. And is there anything that you've done that you regret doing? Anything that might have caused harm with your body, speech, or mind? And then go back farther. If there's anything that you've done that you remember from this life, it could be recent or it might be from a long time ago. But anything that comes to mind that you've done that has harmed others. Or even harmed yourself with negative thoughts like depression, anger, self-criticism. Include these in your regret. Because they're all counterproductive. And then we need a general wish to purify any negative actions that we don't remember. And that includes this life, since we have very selective memory. We don't remember many of the things we've done. But also all past lives. Eons and eons and eons. And this really takes out of the box thinking that we could have been a lion ripping apart other sentient beings alive and eating them as they die. You know, we were not in forms that relate to the form that we're in today. So we have done everything. We've done every kind of harm. So may we purify all types of harm. And to do this, we rely on the method of Vajrasattva, who is one with the Guru. And so visualize Vajrasattva above the crown of your head on a brilliant white lotus made of light. His body is brilliant white light. Peaceful, smiling face, long, dark hair. Holding a Vajra and bell, symbolic of this perfect union of wisdom and method, seeing things how they truly exist, and the compassion ready to help all sentient beings, always helping, all the time. And so we take refuge. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. And so we really connect with that compassionate motivation. May I do this to benefit all sentient beings. And we begin by purifying any negative actions of the body. Guru Vajrasattva sends down a powerful beam of white, blissful nectar, entering the crown of your head, filling your body, pushing out a black inky liquid, which is the manifestation of all of your negative actions of body. And this black inky liquid exits from your lower orifice, dissipating completely as if it never existed. And this is purifying all those negative actions of body. As we say the mantra 7 times. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sitashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sitashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadada Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Think that all your negative actions of body are completely purified, and that all you can do with your body is benefit others. And then we purify any negative actions of speech. Again, Guru Vajrasattva sends down a powerful beam of white light, entering the crown of your head, white nectar, entering the crown of your head, filling you with the blissful nectar, this time from the bottom up, pushing out the black inky liquid out through the top of your body, where it dissipates, purifying any negative actions of speech. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sitashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsu Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Musa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dinapatita Dida Mebawa Sitashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sitashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And just be delighted that all those negative actions of speech are now completely purified. And then we purify any negative thoughts, any ignorance, any of our delusions, anything related to the mind that is negative. Guru Vajrasattva sends down this time a powerful beam of white light. And the light, when it enters the crown of your head, immediately illuminates your body. Just like flipping the light switch in the room, immediately all the darkness is gone. And this is purifying any negative states of mind, any negative actions of mind. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anarati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadada Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anarata Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyasa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadada Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anarati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe. So all negative actions of mind completely purified. Think that the only things that you can think are benefiting other sentient beings. Love, kindness, forgiveness, nothing negative. And then we purify any of the very subtle imprints, these subtle obscurations to enlightenment. It's like we've flushed all of our poo down the toilet that are our negative actions, the seeds left. But there's still a smell in the air, these obscurations, these very subtle imprints. Guru Vajrasattva again sends down a powerful light beam, white light, blissful, entering your body, illuminating you completely, purifying any of those imprints. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anudati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Membriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe. So think any obscurations are now completely purified, no negativity at all left. And then set the resolve not to repeat any negative actions. And so if there are very specific things that you are purifying, give yourself a concrete goal of not repeating them for 5 minutes or an hour or a day. Whatever you think you can keep. And then if you keep them, rejoice. Reinforce that with a positive feeling. And if you make a mistake because the habit is so strong, it's totally normal, it happens, which is why we have to purify every day. It's a process. And then keep a general resolve. If you have vows, to keep your vows purely and to not repeat any negative actions that would harm others or any negative thoughts. Just wish to always refrain from harm and be of benefit. And Guru Vajrasattva is so pleased, wanting to merge with you. He dissolves into white light, enters the crown of your head, completely merging with you, union oneness with the Guru, with Vajrasattva. Abiding in a state of emptiness, realizing that all phenomena are empty of inherent existence. There is no I, the creator of negative karma, no action of creating negative karma, and no negative karma created. And we dedicate any of the positive energy, all this amazing spiritual energy we've just created, thinking, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. And dedicating, as a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may emptiness be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may I, who am empty from my own side, achieve Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that enlightenment which is empty from its own side, as quickly as possible by myself alone. And especially we pray for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Geshe Sherab, all of our precious gurus and teachers, all of our Dharma friends. May they stay close to us, guide us until we all reach that precious state of enlightenment, so that we can be a benefit to all sentient beings and make sure to lead them to that state as quickly as possible. So thank you for joining tonight. It was a dependent arising. We all had to be together for it to happen, so thank you.